Hey guys, Gael Level here, and a couple months ago I made a video about Instagram. It was a video that was meant to teach you how to get more reach by using Instagram stories. Something that is rarely talked about is stories. You can actually use hashtags in your stories. Now, on the basic Instagram post, you're allowed to put maximum 30 hashtags. If you put more than 30, most likely Instagram will post your picture or your video, but it's gonna delete the description. You don't want that happening. But on stories, you can actually put multiple hashtags too, and the limit is about 10 hashtags per story. So the whole goal of the video was to tell you to use hashtags in stories, because if you're not up to date, basically hashtags are not just a category that people can click on and discover pictures or videos. Now you can follow hashtags, and when you follow hashtags, not only you will see random posts from this hashtag on your feed, but you will also get access to the hashtag story. So that means that hashtags can have stories, and from there, if you use those hashtags in your stories, you can appear in those hashtag stories. So in the video, I go over how you actually have access to 10 hashtags per story and how that can significantly increase your reach. So not only you're using hashtags inside of your posts, photos, or videos, but on top of that, you're also using hashtags in stories. There was also location tags that also help, because locations can now have their own stories and people can follow locations. Now, when I made this past video, I had my photography account, my main account, which is at Level Gael, and I have about 3,000 followers there. And every time I would post in a story and I would add a bunch of hashtags, 10 hashtags every single time, I would always get featured in the hashtag stories, and that actually helped me get a lot of more followers and more views and more reach on my account. So that's why I made this video, and I was like, I need to share this with the world because no one will tell you about this. It's really hard to find that information. It's written nowhere on the internet. Now, after making the video, I created my new account. Well, I already had my personal account, but I didn't use it back then. So I started using it more, and I would also add 10 hashtags to every story, and I would never get featured, ever. So at some point I wondered, is there the pre-requirement in order to get featured? So I would go on hashtag stories and basically click on everyone that gets featured and trying to find what is the metrics. Well, what are the metrics? Well, what do you need in order to be featured in those hashtag stories? So after looking about 50 of them, I realized that none of them were below 500 followers. And that's where it clicked. If you are using hashtags in your stories and you don't have 500 followers yet, it's completely useless. You will never get featured. And this is written nowhere. This is like top secret stuff right there. I don't know why, but like no one says it. I'm not sure for location tags, but I know that hashtags, for a fact, if you have less than 500 followers and you use them in your stories, you will not get featured ever. So until you reach that 500, it's basically useless to add any hashtags in your stories. Now, I believe there was an update recently, and there's no confirmation of this. Obviously, we're talking about classified stuff here, that the whole 10 hashtag thing doesn't work either. I'm not sure of that. If some of you guys have more information, I would love to know if you add 10 hashtags and then you get featured, because I feel like there's no way of getting featured anymore. You have to add one hashtag per story to actually get featured. I gotta say, I was pretty frustrated when I found out, because I had to find it out. This is Instagram. Everyone's using Instagram, but no one is writing about it. No one's making a video about it. No one's telling anyone about it, and you have to discover it for yourself. Anyways, if you have more than 500 followers, this video doesn't apply to you, I guess, but it's always good to have the information. So if you guys have confirmation that 10 hashtags still work, please leave them in the comment section below. Also, if you guys have your Instagram account, go in the comment section below, leave me your tag and a brief explanation of what you usually post. If I like what I see, I might follow you, okay? So I'm gonna put some social media up there. You can follow me everywhere. And thank you so much for watching. We'll be back to our normal content very soon, I assure you that. But yeah, that was my video about my recap, I guess my update to my previous video on Instagram. So now you have the whole picture. Hopefully in the future, Instagram will stop hiding stuff from us. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you guys later. Gael Level out.